Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So, the SYN Shenron fight just came out on Global, which was previously the hardest fight in the game. Now, we have had another new stages dropped on this event against Omega Shenron, which is harder. I think for World Tours, I still want to cover both fights. They are slightly different, but a lot of it is like typing and stuff like that. But typing obviously plays a huge role in which characters are good, which characters are bad. Right, just for an example, the Dragon Ball Heroes team, as bad as it is, fighting SYN, you would want to use the extreme side of the Heroes team, which has a much better shot. But against Omega, it would be the super class side of the Heroes team, which has a much better shot, right? Like these fights are structured differently. This is, I think, still the second hardest fight in the game, the SYN Shenron fight. So I do want to still cover it for the World Tour. So we're going to take, this is Carnival LR Omega. Oh, lovely. I love getting horrible opening rotations. Don't we love terrible openers? Yes, we do. Alrighty, LR Omega. So, one of the important things to keep in mind, this first phase right here, he can be attack debuffed, which means our LR Omegas are going to destroy him. I don't think that this SYN is going to really be able to do very much damage to us. So let's just get going. Let's do our attacks and stuff like that. Now remember, the way this fight is structured, you have to worry, I think, a little bit less about having type disadvantage in this fight than in the Omega fight. And STR villains in particular, you can get away with running them in here, because SYN's normals, his AoE normal is not really that scary. His regular normals can be, but the AoE normals are not. Ooh, 4 million, not really super good for a brand new Carnival LR, but I mean, it is what it is. Now, I've already seen, I mean, a lot of global players kind of like misunderstand, being like, oh, this fight's not that hard. What was everyone talking about? And that's what happened to everyone on GP as well. If you want to know how tough this fight is, it's not going to be the toughest for, you know, the full lineup of the anniversary teams and LR Bulma and shit like that. It's once you start using characters, you know, bring physical Super Saiyan 3 Goku in here or some shit like that, right? And you see very quickly how dominant this SYN is compared to a lot of the other bosses, right? The thing about this fight is you can't easily hide characters in this fight, which is what makes it so tough. Now, SYN is debuffed. This is pretty bad, probably. I'm still gonna trust Tech SYN right here. I mean, we are getting support from Rildo. He's gonna get a lot of orbs. I mean, this is a good rotation right here. We'll see what's gonna happen. Now, remember, we're gonna hopefully get to a point where we can have double Omega on each rotation. And then, you know, if SYN starts to whittle us down, we'll be able to revive. Now, is it possible to win this fight? Probably. I think so, but are we going to? No, we're not. This fight is way too tough for GT bosses in its current iteration. If we had one more dominant character and then another very good character, I think GT bosses could maybe consistently handle this fight. But it's like, you know, I don't know, a 1 in a million win, I mean, I don't know that that really means too much. It just means that the team sucks. Right, it just means the team is ass cheeks. Alright, we will be leaving Rildo on rotation. I don't want to put Rildo in front of 80 attacks back there at the end. That's not good. Now, one huge weakness for LR Omega that I really hate in his design, especially because the way the team is structured, it's all reliant on Omega. If Omega is not dominant god of everything in this run, it's just not really going to work out too well. And one of the main issues I've got with Omega is his rainbow orb changing and the fact that it runs out. Once his rainbow orb changing dries up, so do your prospects of winning the fights, right? We have 7 turns where he changes int key spheres to rainbow. Once that goes away, it's just like we're cooked. We are just cooked. All right, so we are completely good to go in this opening phase. We're just debuffing him like crazy, right? And this is, no matter what anyone says, I just don't think you can create, how much damage does this do? We've debuffed him to hell. He does 79k to a free-to-play character, right? Like, no matter what anyone says, you cannot create, I think, like, a really tough fight in which you could debuff the... Like, you can't. If you could debuff the enemy, you are really taking the fangs off of the enemy, man. Like, stunning, sealing, attack, it's just too strong. It's too powerful. Like, the boss has got to be doing real... Like, if you're going to let that shit fly, the boss has to be locking your rotations. The boss has to be able to dodge. The boss has to cancel dodge. Like, you don't understand the lengths they'd have to go through. Just attack debuffing. Right, something simple like that just completely changes everything. We're going to, of course, save the active skills for the LR Omegas as long as we possibly can. And we'll see how we're going to do. We need to get STR Super 17 out at some point, but, I mean, it's like we can't force it to happen, right? I don't think forcing us to intentionally lose health is just definitely not the way to play. This team is just so bad. Because LR Omega, I mean, they really just didn't make him good enough. Like, they had no idea what they were doing with LR Omega, man. It's like, in order to accomplish the goal he was designed to do, like, Omega needs to be doing 15 million attack stats to accomplish what they set out. Like, oftentimes, you know, you guys know I'm always like, you know, defense is way more important than offense. Like, every situation, defense will always age better, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, if the team has no offense whatsoever, which is what we have going on here, I mean, you do notice it, right? Like, you know, winning this fight is just going to take forever. It's going to take a 50 million turn fight, right? Honestly, who is probably better? I mean, I guess we'll keep Metal Rildo, or the Meta Rildo, because, I mean, he at least he's a Big Bad Boss's character, right? So we could keep him around. I do like that Omega starting the turn out at 24 key. That is a good look for Omega, for sure. Let's just start trying to get the Dokkan attack. If we could just get to Physical Sin, I'll consider this a W. I mean, certainly, like, this team is much more powerful than, say, like, the Heroes team, right? The Heroes team, which just sucks ass. And it's like my first ever run with the Heroes team in here, I was able to get the Physical Sin. So I know we could do it with dominant LR Omega Shenron, who is very good. Make no mistake about that. Okay, so this, I mean, this, yeah, I'm saying all that, but this is where things could get tricky. That AoE normal is not really too scary. This guy's AoEs just do not, they don't have the meat on his AoE normals that like Omega does, right? It doesn't. So I guess we just need to hope that the super attack is not at the end. That would be really bad for us. All right, let's hit this. As long as we keep getting the rainbow orbs, Omega will be very tanky. Well, is this Omega not Link level 10? Damn. Okay, I mean, we're now 2 weeks since LR Omega's been out. I mean, if you're gonna put him on the friends list, I would certainly prefer Link level, because this is Omega without Big Bad Bosses right here, 130. Like, if we have Big Bad Bosses, we take way less damage from that. Like, that would have been like 50k or under, I think. Like, it would have been really low. You know, because Big Bad Bosses is that powerful. So that's kind of unfortunate to see right there. All right, did they take a little bit of damage? Just a little bit. This could be good, because this could, like, I'm going to feel very comfortable if we fall below the threshold. One super, you dickhead. But I'm going to feel very comfortable if we fall below the revive threshold, so that we could just be chilling there. I really want to sort of remain under that revive threshold in a fight like this, for sure. Again, I have no grand designs. Okay, perfect. There we go. Yeah. I have no grand designs on winning this fight. Like, again, but I think we could at least do reasonable in here. So we can revive at any point now. I'm gonna pop Omega's active right here. I just want to start putting damage on this guy. I want to get out of here. I want to get to the next phase fast. Nice. He gave us a crit right there. That's nice. My LR Omega with, and listen, you guys already know. You already know what my LR Omega's coming in hot with. We got that dodge build, baby. Yes, sir. All right, this is 4 rainbows. Yeah, let's definitely do that. Get as many rainbow orbs as possible just in case this cocksucker decides to super attack right away. We probably want my Omega to be the one to revive. Well, no, maybe we do want the friend Omega to be the one to revive, right? Because if the friend Omega is the one that revives, that's the weaker one. That's not Link level 10. He is Rainbow, but he's not Link level 10. So that could balance it out a little bit. Because remember, Omega, when he revives, gets the guaranteed additional super and super effective against all types. Both pretty good. I mean, Omega needs that, right? Rildo, 87. We're probably going to die here because the attack... He's doing a couple of attacks right here. Omega or... SYN, excuse me, SYN. His regular normals hit harder. Damn, that kind of sucks, but whatever. We'll deal with it. Alrighty, so my Omega is now going to be in big time gamer mode. I'm going to pop this. I do really love this animation, so I'm going to play this again. I would have loved the KO screen right there, but it's fine, because now, I mean, we're very comfortably going to be able to just finish this without getting touched, right? So, I want same type orbs as much as possible. We'll do this. Remember, we're going to attack break that very first attack. Maybe it would have been better to save the active skills, but I just wanted to get to this last phase, right? Listen, I'm going to do my best to try and win, but, you know, we popped our, like, if we were going to win, we would want our revive. Yeah, Big Bad Bosses was active right here for him. If we were going to win, we would want to pop the revive, you know, like, not right now. Let's just say that. Wait, did I heal over 70%? We lose if I did. I did, yeah. Okay. Oh my god, look! Dude, yes. Yep. Do you guys see what the issue is? Mm-hmm. Why is this rainbow orb changing gated? It doesn't make any sense. He's not... Omega is not busted to the level where he can't have that. That was so stupid of them to do. Like, they are absolute idiots for that. That kills this character. You're on a team that can't do damage. We cannot do damage with this team. Omega's the only character that could do damage. Now, I mean, you think we're living this? Bro, like, we're dead. He's gonna super right away, and there's nothing we could do. We have zero counterplay. There's nothing we could do. There's nothing we could do. Zero counterplay. Thank you. Alright, goodbye. Do I want to hop back in, or am I too annoyed by this? He's just gonna super right away. No? Oh, we could dodge it. No. Yeah. I mean, needless to say, I mean, you know, that's... wow. I mean, I just... yeah, dude, I'm not going back in there. Like, that's it, man. The huge weakness I've been talking about in a couple of videos, when that rainbow orb changing dries up, you're cooked. It's just how it goes. Because, I mean, Omega... Right, he gets the damage reduction, GT boss's category ally in the team, but then he gets that 7% damage reduction per rainbow orb obtained, but it's only for the first 7 turns. And you have no one on this team is really doing damage like that. So it's like you're not like we're not getting to, you know, many teams I would consistently get to physical sin on turn 3 or 4. Happened all the time. Not with GT bosses. We are not blitzing and getting there on turn 3 with the GT bosses lineup. So it's not like we can, you know, go sell all out, get there super fast and still have rainbow orb changing. It's like the rotation of Omega plus Tech Sin can work a little bit because we give Tech Sin's orbs to Omega, but sometimes SYN is not going to get orbs too, and SYN also needs orbs. It's just dreadful. This is why people get annoyed with how they treat villains, is because, like, look at that. Do you guys think that like that wasn't like, oh, I misplayed, or I did this, or I did that, or what? Even if we had saved the active, it was what, like the third attack or the second attack that he did? That was super. Like, that was just, we load in to instant death with no counterplay. So I do like that. That's very fun. Very, very fun. That's why we give him the full dodge build as well, by the way. I also do recall saying I foresee that this rainbow orb changing is going to be an issue, which is why I did not give him raw defense and I gave him dodge instead. I directly said that. I believe I said that in my rainbow. Go back to my Omega Rainbow video, click on that bastard, and listen to me say I don't trust him when the rainbow orb changing is gone. That's why I'm not giving him raw defense and I'm giving him dodge instead. I said that, and sure enough, it came true. Thank you, Omega, for having a terrible design.